It's David Wowey from another Eden Adventures. How you doing? Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster has just been released, and if you've watched my live streams, I've been playing through one of my favorite titles in the series of all time, Final Fantasy VI! Here are 9 reasons why Final Fantasy VI Remaster isn't just a typical re-release of a classic game, but more of a beautiful, pixelated and highly enjoyable trip down memory lane. To adjust to today's modern screens, most of the game's assets have been created from the ground up using the Unity engine, which would have been a shit ton of work, and because of the shit ton of work, we get amazing, vibrant pixel goodness. And as a side note, to do this, they brought in legendary Kazuko Shibuya as the pixel artist who actually worked on the first original 6 games. The next is a big item of contention, which is the fonts. You now have the option to switch between the 2 different fonts, the default font and a new pixel-based font that gives you the same feeling as the original games. Speaking of graphics, how about the sound? Terra's theme and all the other iconic tunes of Final Fantasy VI have been remade as orchestral arrangements, which was overseen by the original composer, none other than Nobuo Uematsu. But if you're a purist, you can still replace the orchestral soundtrack with pixel tunes. As for gameplay, you can now autosave, turn off random encounters, and through the boost option in the menu, bump up your XP, gil, and ability points up to 4 times. But if you're feeling a bit hardcore, you can also reduce the XP, gil, and ability points you receive. Next we have the remastered opera scene, which always held a special place in my heart. It now features real opera singers, and the scene uses Square Enix's HD 2D engine. Essentially, the HD 2D engine is a combination of the pixel art style you see in classic games with modern lighting and post-processing technology of the Unreal Engine. Examples of other games using the HD 2D engine is the Octopath Traveler series, Live Alive, and Triangle Strategy. To add to this, Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster now has localization, which means you can play the game in all the European language options from the Final Fantasy VI advanced version of the game, plus new languages, Korean, Portuguese, Russian, simplified, and traditional Chinese. And best yet, the opera scene can now be listened to in 7 languages: Japanese, English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and Korean. The world map now displays the items and chests remaining to be collected in each location. Dungeon map floors now display the locations of chests, and secret passages remain open and gain tiles for visibility. There's also now a detailed minimap that modernizes town exploration, showing places like weapon shops and inns. Speaking of traveling, you now have the option to auto sprint in towns and dungeons, and guess what? You can move diagonal. How crazy is that? The main menu has also been completely reworked, where any member of the party can be re-equipped at any time. Espers and their magic now have a gold star next to their names when a party member has mastered them, and there's also a bestiary, music player, and gallery. I highly recommend the gallery as there's some beautiful art in there. Check this out. These changes are the tip of the iceberg. Check out the link to the wiki, which I've linked below, for the full list. What are your impressions of the Final Fantasy VI Remaster? Also, if you want a copy for yourself, check out the link below to support this show. Don't forget to like and subscribe.